How to develop self-awareness. Have you ever wanted to become more aware of your thoughts and feelings? Maybe you would like to learn more about yourself and your behavior. When you become more self-aware, it can become a lot easier to work out why you react or behave the way that you do and what you can do to improve this. Not everyone knows how to become self-aware or even what it entails. However, I am going to give you some ways that you can develop your self-awareness. Firstly, let's take a quick look at what being self-aware actually means. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is where you can recognize your emotions and feelings as well as your abilities and preferences. You also have an understanding of how your thoughts impact your behavior and how your behavior impacts others. In simple terms, you understand how your feelings can create certain behaviors which will then have an impact on those around you. When you can learn to recognize and become aware of what emotions and reactions you have, you can work on any that you think are negative and try to improve. Why is self-awareness important? As stated above, self-awareness allows you to recognize your own feelings and character. In this way, self-awareness is crucial for manifestation practices. It allows us to understand our actions and thoughts. The law of attraction itself is always reacting to our thoughts and vibrations. We should, in turn, also know why we react the way we do and why we think the way we do. Consequently, we can then start to control our feelings and tune into different and ideal vibrations. Only after understanding ourselves can we start to maximize our manifestation potential. It is only when we are self-aware can we know how to improve ourselves. To understand even more why awareness is important, we have listed below the top benefits of self-awareness. 7 benefits of self-awareness. Living as a self-aware individual allows you to live in the present, knowing who you are and what you want. You find it easier to let go of toxic people as you know what you deserve. Aware people welcome mistakes as stepping stones to success. They are not deterred by failure as they know what they are capable of. Gratitude goes hand in hand with awareness. You are grateful and thankful for who you are. You understand your own boundaries and limitations. Therefore, you are comfortable saying no. Self-awareness boosts your confidence. Productivity is another benefit of self-awareness. Being able to control your emotions means you replace reactivity with proactivity. How to develop self-awareness in 5 steps. Now you know why self-awareness is important. You may be wondering how to develop self-awareness yourself. Here are some great ways that you can start to develop your self-awareness. 1. Meditate. Meditation can really help you to focus on being more self-aware. When you meditate, you are in a calm and pleasant state of mind, where you can really focus on being present. This may be through your breathing or just by visualizing while you are meditating. Once you are starting your meditation session, you can start to practice becoming aware of any thoughts and feelings you have. You could also ask yourself questions during your meditation, or reflect on things you have done that have affected your feelings or behaviors. Through meditating, you can develop a clearer understanding of yourself and your emotions, making it easier to develop your self-awareness. 2. Ask yourself questions. Asking yourself questions is a great way to develop a better understanding of yourself and your actions. When you ask yourself questions, you can start to look at the bigger picture, why you feel a certain way, or why you reacted to something the way you did, etc. Questions that you could ask are: why do you avoid this certain thing? What are you trying to achieve? How are you feeling right now, and how is that affecting you? How do others perceive you and feel about your actions? In doing this, you can start to find out things that perhaps you do not even think twice about in day-to-day life, and this can be a great way to start developing your self-awareness. 3. Keep a log or journal. If you can keep a journal or log of some sort, this can really help you when trying to understand your attitudes and actions. There are many ways that you can keep a journal, but perhaps the easiest would be to write in each day your thoughts, feelings, and actions in a way that you can understand. You can then look back at your journal on important dates, such as a new year or your birthday. You can reflect on what you have written and work on improving anything that needs to be changed. This is a great way to develop your self-awareness, as it is the easiest way to reflect on certain situations you may have forgotten otherwise. 4. Ask your friends and family. When you can be open and honest with your friends and family, and they can do the same, you can really get some great advice and points from them that can help you to develop your self-awareness. If you can ask your friends or family to honestly give you their critical and objective perspective on you and your feelings, behaviors, you can get a great insight from the people closest to you. If you ask a question about how they perceive you, you may want to add that they can be as open and direct as they need to be and it won't upset you. You can then take in what they say to you and use it to improve and strengthen your self-awareness. 5. Live in the moment and analyze your emotions. When we learn how to live in the present moment, we also learn to stop worrying about the future or the past. You can be completely in the moment and focus on what is happening to you at present. This can be great when trying to improve your self-awareness, as it is the one thing you can focus on, and not any other worries or thoughts that may be crossing your mind. When you are completely in the moment, you can focus on any emotions and feelings you are having at that time. You can then live in the present moment and work on any negative feelings and emotions you have and become more aware of them as you are not thinking about anything else at that moment. Self-awareness quotes to inspire you. Self-awareness is one of the rarest of human commodities. I don't mean self-consciousness where you're limiting and evaluating yourself. I mean being aware of your own patterns. Tony Robbins. When I discover who I am, I'll be free. Ralph Ellison. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. Michel de Montaigne. Strong people have a strong sense of self-worth and self-awareness, they don't need the approval of others. Roy T. Bennett. It takes courage to endure the sharp pains of self-discovery rather than choose to take the dull pain of unconsciousness that would last the rest of our lives. Marianne Williamson. Without self-awareness we are as babies in the cradles. Virginia Woolf. Self-awareness is the ability to take an honest look at your life without any attachment to it being right or wrong, good or bad. Debbie Ford. As my awareness increases, my control over my own being increases. William Schutz. Learn to manifest effectively today. Take a look at our Law of Attraction toolkit and receive the tools you need to start manifesting your dream life today. The Law of Attraction toolkit includes extensive affirmation guide and examples, dream board and life map, plan and step-by-step guide, complimentary book, and more. Link in description.